One word. Tenet. It can open up some of the right doors, some of the wrong ones too. Use it carefully. Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we will be reviewing the one and only Christopher Nolan's new film, Tenet. Now, this film is interesting, you know? It is quite interesting. Very connected. Very, very connected. So, the third act, which we'll get more into. And just so you know, non-spoiler review, so no spoilers. So let's get right into the good about this film. Now, first off, before we say anything, the soundtrack is incredible for this film. It is like Blade Runner 2049. Now, I do like Blade Runner 2049 more than this film, but this film has an amazing soundtrack. And it better win Best Original Soundtrack. Now, it did get weird to me when they put the trailer music into the movie. I was a bit odded out by that, but I haven't seen, I was young, so I haven't seen any trailers for Nolan's film. Like, I think I saw one for Dunkirk, but I forgot it because I saw Dunkirk, like, this year. I think I saw it this year. Yeah, but this soundtrack is absolutely incredible, except for the trailer, because I don't want to hear the same music I've seen. Like, I saw the trailer like 30 times, 40 times, so I don't want to hear it again. Yeah, you know what I really like about this film? The chemistry between Pattinson and Washington.
Well, I've seen too much. Well, we'll try and keep up.
They are so good together. Like, there's a spark, and I hope we get to see them in more movies together, because these two just work so well together. They're so quirky, you know? Like, I think that's what made BlacKkKlansman stand out for me, because John David Washington was so quirky in it, and just made it so much brighter than like a really dark, deep down movie. And same for this one. Like, this one's not too dark, but I mean, John David Washington brought the light up with his one-liner, "Hey, I ordered my hot sauce 1 hour ago." Sorry, that's a spoiler. Oh my god, spoiled this hot sauce scene. Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, and Robert Pattinson, he didn't have like much one-liners, but you know, he was just so good in this film. So odd, so interesting. He's like, that part is a little dramatic.
That part is a little dramatic.
Like, just so good. Yeah, he's a great actor. Both great actors. Aaron Johnson Taylor, who played Kick-Ass, as you might know, he was in this movie, and Kick-Ass is one of my favorite films. And, he was great in this film. I was wondering who he was going to play, because I never saw him in the trailers. I actually didn't watch the final trailer for Tenet, because I didn't want to know anything else, but, yeah, I looked back on the trailer, nothing much got triggered about that, so, yeah. Yeah, so Aaron Johnson Taylor was quite good as a Sergeant, I will say that. This film is very, very well made. The screenplay is incredible and will get nominated for Best Original Screenplay. There's no saying that it will win. I don't know, it might. Yeah, so I've said a lot about the good. Now, I do want to get into the bad about this film, because there's a lot to talk about there. So, first off the start, we're just going to talk about Michael Caine. Now, I love Michael Caine. He's like in mostly every Christopher Nolan film, and has up to 10 minutes of screen time. This film, he had at least 30 seconds of screen time. Like, are you kidding me? 30 seconds? Excuse me, I want to see more Michael Caine. He was so good. He was like eating his french fries, like, the time is, like, come on. And then, no, he's out. Like, dude, I want to see more Michael Caine. So, yeah, a bit sad there, and didn't get to see much Michael Caine. Now, okay, Christopher Nolan is amazing at making a great villain. He made Heath Ledger's The Joker. Like, I know Heath Ledger did the performance and everything, but he kind of, like, came up with, like, the script and stuff, so what he was going to say, but I can assure you, Heath probably improvised on, or improved on a lot of that stuff. So, Christopher Nolan knows how to make a villain. Like, he made the Bane villain. Bane's a great villain. But for this movie, the villain was so bad. Whenever he came on screen, I kind of just felt sadness follow me. Because, like, I'm always smiling in this movie. Like, some of the fights and the connectedness of this movie. And then you just have him come in and I'm like, come on, Russian man, get out of here. We don't want you. He's just not good. He was annoying. He was revolting. I just didn't want him in the film. And I'm sorry, Nolan, but you didn't do well on this villain. And that brings us to our last bad thing about this film. The third act. I love the first 2 acts of this movie. It was a bit slow, but you know, I love them and how connected they were. And then you hit the third act. It wasn't connected at all. And it was just so slow, but moving too quick for my mind to process all of it. Like, I don't want to spoil much, but if you don't want to hear this, just, like, skip a little bit ahead. Okay, so there's this building. It's not like a building in New York. It's already crumbled down. And it kind of blows up, rebuilds, they blow it up again, and it falls down. And I'm just like, why was that necessary in the film? I did not want to see that. It may be cool. I didn't want to see it, though. Wait. Yeah, that was practical. Sorry. Yeah. I just thought the third act, like, it just dragged on for so long. And, like, it was like the music was picking up, but it was just dragging on. It was like The Dark Knight Rises, but even slower, but it was just cutting so quick, it was hard for my mind to process. And I feel like that's why this film just got lower for me instead of most Nolan films. Yeah, that third act really didn't work for me. Hopefully he can improve on his next film, but God, it's just so confusing and just didn't make sense. So, yeah. Now, my score for this film would be a solid 80 out of 100. Now, I was hoping to put it up higher, but I mean, a solid 80 is a good score. It's not the best film of the year I've seen. Like, I think Palm Springs probably, I haven't even reviewed Palm Springs. Palm Springs and Bad Boys for Life and The Way Back are probably the 3 that go up to the top. I think there's another one. The Five Bloods, yeah, that definitely goes up there too. Those ones are the ones that go up higher than Tenet, sadly. But, you know, all that acting was pretty well done except for the Russian lad. Yeah. So, should you go see Tenet and risk it for the biscuit? I would say yes. I think you should go see Tenet, just because this might bring back more movies. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Leave a like. I'll catch you in the next video.